anyway, state of you. If he's anything like you, trust me, I wouldn't fucking want him. Don't you worry. You can keep your son. You can still sit and change his nappies at 15 years old and treat him like a baby, Stacey, or whatever the fuck your name was. I don't care. Chances are I won't want him anyway, so you're all right. This is how weird these people are. So when you do something that they've done to you for months, and you do it back, you are the worst person in the world. God forbid you retaliate after months and months of keeping your mouth shut and not really saying much. But Tara Founder, if you're still here, I've got evidence of Corie offering money to a 17-year-old boy for actual favours. So I will post it on my story tonight with the dates to prove how old he was at the time and how he was 17. And if you still want to condone it, because there's a reason why when I said that the other night on live, he came on but said, I'm not going to clap back. I'm not going to give her the energy. She's not innocent, Chelsea. She sends him all the fucking information on people. She's told him where people are. She tells him what to do. I know this woman. She was my mod. She's a shitty person. So she deserves the worst. And I don't care, Chelsea, because let's go back to you, Chelsea, with your tribunal of you bullying a woman in the workplace. Do we need to start going in on you, Chelsea, and what you did? Because we've got all the court paperwork of that as well. You bullied a woman in the workplace to the extent where she was upset and took you to tribunal. None of you are normal functioning people. You are shitty people. And you deserve all this. You deserve the worst things to happen to you. Exactly. Ziana and Smiles aren't creators. Lynn's and Smiles getting doxed the other night by him. This is what I mean. His mod Kate's dad is in jail. Oh, so another one who... This is what I mean. No, the fake delusive Angie account. We found it out like end of last week. He went live straight afterwards. Fucking hell, do you think I'd be friends with someone if I knew that? He only found it out last week. So don't twist narratives to try and make somebody else look like they've done something wrong. I don't sit on things that dangerous of people. If I knew someone had done that, I ain't sitting on it. I went live and told everybody that night that he'd done that with a 17-year-old. I came out with it straight away. Don't get me wrong, I do sit on things of people that aren't that bad, because I just wait for the right time, like I did with Luke. So yeah, I can't sit back and just watch this happen. Anyway, what should we do? Who should we go in on first? I know we've already done Corie, but he starts all this. And you've got to remember, I was friends with this guy for what, 3-4 months? I was friends with him and I knew what he was like, and I always kept him like close enough but far enough to keep him at a distance. I knew how to play Corie at his own game. Thank you, guys. I know I was gonna have a few nights off, but then when I saw everything happening, I was like, this is crazy. Like, you can hear it in Angie's voice. Like, a bit of a harmless back and forth with creators is fine, but I had this phone call with Luke a few weeks ago and said, this is going too far now. Like, you've got to stop. This is going too far. And he's going, yeah, I know, I agree. Next day, doing the same shit. Like, you cannot sit there and sit on a high horse like you're innocent when you are doing as shitty things as the people around you are. It's not fucking normal behaviour. You're taking it too far every single time, to the extent where a woman is scared. You don't know who could turn up at that hotel. There's a reason you don't go out, Corie. There's a reason why you said you want metal shutters on your windows. There's a reason you want spikes on your fences. You want CCTV 360 degrees round your house for a reason, because you're scared And you're projecting your fear onto everybody else and trying to make them feel as low about themselves as you do, because you cannot cope and you hate your own life. She is a 50-year-old woman, whether you like her or not. And don't get me wrong, it was only a couple of weeks, like, was it last week before, that I called her out and I had a word with her and said, you can't be saying stuff like that. And I will do that. And I will say that is wrong when it's wrong. And she was fine. She apologised to me. We were fine. Didn't need to be a big TikTok beef for fucking content. It was purely somebody who wants to look out for someone telling them you can't say that it's wrong. And I'm allowed to do that. And exactly, that's how they should do it. These people, they're all sat there saying the worst shit about each other the second they fall out. You're all supposed to be this close and all best friends, but then you all sit on boxes on TikTok going on at each other and arguing and screaming and saying the nastiest shit to each other. And then you're best friends again a week later. It's weird. That could never be me. It's not fucking normal. Exactly, Lottie. Yeah, when we spoke to her offline and I said, like, Angie, you can't say that because then you're essentially saying it about me as well. And I, as someone who's been through that, I know how it feels. And she was like, no, it was wrong. She even said, like, she didn't even know she'd said it because she was that angry. She was ranting. And I said, you can't say it. And she was fine. Yeah, exactly. He's not laughing now, is he? And sometimes you have to go low. You have to just go lower just to get them to stop. And I don't like doing that. Like, that's not me. It's not in my nature. But you can't sit there and watch somebody's literally deteriorate. And it's not like it's just Corie doing it, though. It's Corie, Miss Pred, Luke the Nonce, Alex Brigham, who touches himself to autistic children. It's all these people doing the same shit. And it's like they sit there all night on the phone going, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this tomorrow. And then it's funny how the next day all of them come with the same shit. And it's not fucking normal, guys. Like, you've got to think, Zach counted this one, it's 7 people. Exactly, 7 people going at one person. And Alicia, yeah. And do you know what? I used to have respect for Alicia because I used to think, do you know what? She speaks so many facts. And then one day, she just lost all credibility for me. Because I thought, I just can't sit there and watch it happen anymore. And maybe I did just wake up one day and have a realisation that, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on right now? Like, what are these people? That Daz is weird. Exactly. And this is what I say all the time, Flower Pot. Like, if it was your mum or your nan or your daughter or your niece, would you be condoning this? You would not. You'd be out looking for blood, knowing that they'd done that. And God forbid one day something happens to Angie because of your guys' actions. What are you going to do then? Are you going to sit back and go, ha, 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 or as Corie does, ha, ha? No, Corie, you're not. You're going to sit there and go, oh, it was only a bit of banter on the internet. I didn't mean for it to get that far. Because God forbid it does one day to somebody. Exactly. They won't stop. They will not stop until the end. I couldn't give a fuck about Sarah Demi. I've watched Sarah do the worst shit for months. I could not give a fuck about her. And I'm glad she went through everything she did because she deserves it. It's karma. That's how I see it. And you know what? I've been through shit and I've been a shitty person at points in my life and I haven't been a shitty person. Then I've gone back to being a shitty person. Then I've had therapy and then I've changed up my life and then I've been a shitty person again. These things just, some things I look back and I think, do you know what? I deserve that to happen to me because I was a bit of a cunt during that time in my life. And I can sit there and recognise that. And I just can't sit back and watch something happen to someone else who, let's face it, Angie said stuff on this app that's wild. It's wild. But Angie is like a serial rage baiter. That's how she built her platform. She realised she says like rage bait stuff. It gets her views, get people in there. And then she went and did her did a debates and stuff, and then just kept growing it from there. But what about the shit that they've all said as well that's crazy? Why does that? Exactly, it's hurty words. She's like, Angie's not said things to people to the extent of what I'm seeing them say as well. It's just, I can't understand the weird shit that is coming out of these people's mouths. And it's like, I don't know what's, like, even Luke's going at Hungry Guy saying he needs a device check. Well, that's implying that someone's doing something dodgy with kids. Because when you're saying someone needs a device check, that's saying they're doing weird shit on the internet. So now you're implying that somebody who's not even a creator is doing wild shit on the internet. So you're doing, now what you're crying about people accusing you of, you are now doing somebody else, Luke. So your argument's gone. Exactly. We all know what that implies. All because Hungry Guy comes in our lives. God forbid he goes in someone's lives. No one speaks to him off the app. No one's friends with him or actually knows him. He's just an associate on this app who I like him to come into my box and give his opinions sometimes because he does speak facts sometimes and I like hearing it because he's just a nice guy. But this is, yeah, anyone that is close to any of these creators or goes in these creators' boxes, they are now targeting. So the only way we can stop it is we now do it back. So we attack the people closest to them. And then they will cry more than anything. Because they'll be having like a breakdown. They'll lose their income, they lose everything. Oh, God forbid. I just can't. I can't put up with these people. See, Alex saying Levi needs social services. What the fuck's Levi got to do with this? Like, Alex, you don't even see your kid. You're a deadbeat dad. You don't pay a penny towards your kid. How can a dad who doesn't even give a fuck about his own kid try telling people how to fucking parent? It's weird. Levi's not the closest to me. I don't speak to Levi. This is what I mean. Going for the wrong person. Like, fucking hell, that's so weird. It's like someone came alive the other day and was like, oh yeah, I know how your stepmom works. I'm going to report her to her work. I was like, well, she's the manager, so you'll be reporting her to herself. You fucking idiots. Honestly, these people are so fucking tapped. It's not normal. Like, let's watch this.
In your chat that needs a device check, his name's Hungry Guy.
Hungry Guy's device check, get up.
So if anybody's got any information on, would you please send it all over to me? If anybody's got any information on Hungry Guy, knows where he works, know where he is, please send it all over to me. And if you want to see what he thinks and what he says, go and have a look at my page and what he says about me. So if anybody's got any information on Hungry Guy, where he works... Oh, hello, Hungry Guy.
Luke, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine, Predator. I'm good.
Okay, how am I a predator?
Look, because I saw what you put trying to be clever in Delusive Angie's chat, yeah?
So there you go, Luke just called him a predator.
Okay.
About me with young horses and things like that, you sick motherfucker. Now I'm going to constantly... Hang on, I don't even want to hear your voice, you be quiet.
I've seen you with
I want to find out everything.
And I've never mentioned
anybody knows on Hungry Guy,
children.
Anything anybody
you
knows,
mentioned children.
where he works,
I never mentioned
where
children.
he is,
I mentioned
please
horses.
send...
Hungry Guy comes in my lives a lot. We know all about the pony file stuff. It's about horses. It's not about children, Luke. But if you have children on your mind constantly when you're not even a father yourself, that's weird. Now I am beginning to think you are one. You are one. I bet you and Corie, I bet you do something with them together.
Everything over to me on this absolute predator.
You are
that talks about
lover.
Trying to make out that I'm doing stuff with young horses, no face. No face, trying to say that I do stuff with young ponies. The absolute weirdo.
Luke,
I
just
will not
leave the
rest until I
ponies
find out
alone.
everything about you,
Leave
Hungry
the ponies
Guy.
alone.
There we go. You're a weirdo. Now go fuck
It is a
yourself.
bit of a
You
fucked up thing
absolute
to be
weird
thinking,
cunt.
though,
You're a
Hungry
weird
Guy.
cunt.
Like, exactly, everyone pony file stickers in the chat immediately. Luke and Corie tag teaming together are the weirdest people ever to come across. Because why would you get so wound up about something that you know isn't true? It's so weird. It's so strange.
Anybody got any information on Hungry Guy? Send it over to me, please. Thank you.
So Luke, who doesn't doctor anything but wants somebody who isn't a creator on TikTok's personal details. He wants to know where he works to contact his workplace. Now, what is with these people on TikTok wanting to contact people's workplaces? It ain't normal. So what, because you disagree with something that an opinion they had on you, you now think, oh, do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you lose your job. You can't pay your bills anymore because you don't support me on TikTok. You ain't got that much power, Luke. You will never have that much power. But the only people who've got power over you, Luke, is Danielle Butlin and Rebecca Farrow. You know, your bosses at Heatherstud Farm. They've got a lot of power over you. And I don't know if Danielle Butlin is Mrs. B, but I'll find out. It's not that difficult.
I never mentioned anything. It's his warped mind that thinks like that, not mine. And I never mentioned children. Why is he comparing horses to children?
Do you know what? It's too early, bro.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's too early. Morning, Jen. How we doing?
You've got someone in your chat that needs a device check.
Well, stop drinking. It's only that you shagged your dad and your cat and your fucking brother then. You knob. Hush up, shooters. Morning, Paige. Honestly, I must see it. Alright? She's got a light skin. She's got a light skin that looks like Michael Jackson. Did you see Sophie Bailey talking on Levi? It doesn't surprise me.
Justice for Alicia, guys. Yeah?
All done on a live stream that's on a child's app, and this cretin has got the absolute cheek.
Do you know what gets me? They keep going, this is a child's app. Why are you on the child's app then? Do you know what I mean? It's not made for children. When it was Musically, it was originally for children. Now it is evolved from that to make it for everybody. They've now added features in for 18 plus only people. So if you keep saying this is a children's app, this is a children's app, well, why are you on the children's app then? Because you're a nonce then, okay?
To sit there and call other people predators when she sat there having a good old rummage in her trousers on a child's app.
A good rummage. Fucking hell, a good rummage. Can a girl not just have a scratch? You know what I mean? I have the fucking bath with bubbles in it and I've got thrush for a week. Is it that deep? It's a scratch. You're making it weird. Have this energy for CLA getting a full bunder and fucking spaniel ears out on her platform, which is predominantly children, predominantly teenagers trolling her. And you see her in the street. Is it adults that are going, oh my God, it's CLA, or is it teenagers and children? Because I don't think I've ever seen an adult come up to her in the street and fangirl over it, but I've seen kids do it. So you're telling me that that's acceptable? Do you know what I mean? And do you know, I don't even kick off about this shit because I just think, I don't care anymore. Because my children aren't on the internet like that, because I make sure my children don't see stuff like that. If you're worried about what your kids are seeing, then worry about your parenting and what you're doing to stop them seeing it, because it seems like nothing.
Normal average person, do you know what I mean? Usually the Rat Pack mainly being, thank you, Miss Jo. I'm out of fucks to give. There's no kindness around these ways. I'm going to go savage with.
Sorry, I just realised how dark it was. Oh.
It because you show us no kindness.
Can't keep up kindness forever though.
Cliffhanger.
That's why I don't get the circle of kindness. Because it's like, well, you just end up showing yourselves up because you pretended to be kind for so long and then you finally have to be your genuine self.
Exactly, Zach. They've pretended to be kind. They're going, oh, let's be kind, let's do this. Like, we'll just put this kind person act on. Now your masks are all slipping and people are seeing how much of shitty people you are. Do you know what I mean? They're all going, oh, well, Everyone laughs when Miss Red's upset. Everyone laughs when... So why can't we do it when Angie's upset? You cried because you got caught out sending round somebody's SH pictures. Sending round what somebody went through in a bad time, and you sent it round to all your friends. So yeah, rightly so, cry, bitch. You deserve it.
Look like sharp.
Let's do a poll. Who's... And like, be brutally honest here, guys, because I have a scratch every now and then. I don't give a fuck. Fucking hell. If you've ever had a scratch... Down there, smiley face. Sad face if you haven't. And if you put a sad face, you're lying.
Hey, Miss Red, listen, babe. Stop licking your lips. Use the Nivea. I've said this so many times. And this isn't the hate. Honestly, it moistens your lip before a show. You know? Not lip gloss. Don't use lip gloss. Use lip balm. It moisturises your lips too. Do you know what I mean? Like, no hate. But it's not nice when I see, like, video clips of you, like, what's the word? Licking your lips and people calling you a lizard. Do you know what I mean? You could save it just by a cheeky bit of Nivea.
Kindness, you showed me no kindness. So you ain't getting a normal average person, do you know what I mean?
Queues waiting for the boxes. Can I just say that?
Now we're going to educate you on what section 127 it was that Pearl got charged with, because I think people should actually understand what that section is and what does fall under that section, because she can say all she wants that she wasn't charged with racism, blah, 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 blah. But unfortunately, racism and malicious communication over the internet, which involves offensive things such as racism, does fall under that section, Pearl. We know you've got no education. We know you can't read and write, but it doesn't take a brain cell to figure that one out by just Googling it, hun.
Hiya, Minus Squeakle. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Pearl.
She's really scraping the bottom of the barrel with these people she gets in her boxes now recently, since that King of Kings walked away from her for being a trouble causer. Do you remember? You know, her best friend, a little side man who used to do all the dirty work for her, and even he turned on her when she tried to throw him under the bus so she didn't have to take accountability for her own wrongdoings. Oh my God, me and Pearl are matching.
Good morning.
How are you, chicken?
Thank you, Jane.
I am good, me baby. Are you?
I'm good. Listen, I just want to say to you, you keep being you, right? You are not in any of their level. You are you. So just keep being you, Pearl.
Do you know something, my Sandra? I tell you what, this morning I was in a bad mood over, and I'll tell the truth. She had the cheek to come on. Hey, my Donna, thank you.
Thank you, Leslie.
She had the cheek to come on and apologise to all the gypsy community for the language that comes out of my mouth, right? But she wasn't apologising for herself doing an actual show on TikTok where anybody could view it for a few pennies.
No, this does confuse me sometimes, because my children's godmother, she is a traveller. She's part of the gypsy community. She's been my child's godmother since she was born. And when I ever said anything that was like a bit inappropriate, she would just not listen. She'd say, like, I can't listen to that. I'm not allowed, like, I can't talk about stuff like that. Pearl sits there as a traveller, openly talking about women's lady areas. And thank you, Jane, for the subscription. Openly talking about women's lady areas, talking very vulgarly about actual things. But then the second someone in a box mentions about being GAY, she's like, oh my God, my grandchildren can't hear that. It's contagious. I don't want them to catch it. Pearl, you ain't fooling nobody. You can put on this persona that you are what you want to be, but you're not really, are you, Pearl? Me babby. Because you wouldn't be speaking so vulgar. Thank you, Bud and Bruce. And anybody who has friends or family members in that community will know they're not allowed to talk crude like that. The women, the men, obviously they do what they want, but the women, they are not allowed to speak so vulgarly, and their parents would not approve of it, their brothers would not approve of it, their husbands would not approve of it, their male children would not approve of it. You've got one foot in the grave, Pearl, and the other one stuck in the tanning bed. Lay off it. You look like you're about to burn to a crisp.
But see, that's the way Angie works though, Pearl. Like, Angie always blames everybody
Thank you,
else when people
Alison.
come for her for the way she acts.
Thank you, Michael. Exactly. But it needs people to keep talking about this. Look how many people she upset over that Anthony Lyon thing when she used his picture and then she put underneath the caption of something about her uncle. It was, let's just say, so disrespectful on every level. But
How many times has Luke stood up while being on live, knowing full well that the full camera view would be his crotch, danced around with his little worm in his pants swaying around and stuff, and people have pointed it out numerous times. Dancing around, swinging around his small package for everybody to see on a children's app where there's children watching. And he can't say that he's never had children watching him, because do you remember his mod Steph had her 14-year-old daughter gifting him that time? So he does have children in his lives, doesn't he? So what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
she thought that was hilarious. And again, when she realised she was in the wrong, I think she took it or stopped using that account or something. But she won't be able to use it because one's a photo, which you can only do once a week. Change it a week, I think. And then the other one will have been the username. I don't know, that could have only been for a week. But whichever way, that account's gone, hasn't it? So,
yeah, but Pearl, who would really put that up as their username?
You wouldn't. That's what I'm trying to say. This is what type of person everybody's dealing with. Everybody's going over there, laughing at, thinking it's funny. Imagine you're them like people that's still on this app and affected by that person who done whatever. Like,
exactly.
What you doing to people? And that's why, in my opinion,
she's so boring.
You know, you'll end up.
She's so boring, but she keeps talking about my bits, and I think it's because she's a rug muncher, and I think she wants a piece of it, but you're a bit too old for me, Pearl. Thank you for the offer. I would love to scissor, but not with you, because you're haggard, and I can imagine the bones rattling around like you're halfway through rigor mortis.
Doing it to himself kind of thing. That's why I let him in, you know. And
trying to say that he didn't do a live and play your video yesterday, but he was very much involved in Miss Red's live yesterday, who did play the whole video, and he jumped in the box, stirring the shit, trying to make you and EQ fall out. So he was very much involved, Luke the puke, with your ponies.
Well, I hope you're okay anyways, and don't let them get to me.
They don't.
I don't know if I've missed a chapter, because obviously I haven't been on for a while, but are Canadian Angie and Delusive Angie friends again now? Because I thought they hated each other, and now I'm confused. So have they sorted it out? Are they okay? Yes. All right. Okay. Right.
I have a voice around.
I know I've got some clips of Canadian Angie defending her, and that's the thing is with us women, us real women, is that we can point out when something's wrong and defend somebody. I've had my issues with Talia and Rickster, but then I've also defended them when I've felt like it's need to be to defend them, even after I've said nasty shit about them. Do you know what I mean? Because when you see something happening to somebody, you can be the adult in the situation and say, nah, this is enough now, and they need some sort of support, because God knows what would happen to them if you didn't support them.
Own opinion, no, like bloody sheep. Top Girl was seemed to be defending me yesterday. That's now joined in. All for a platform. You're not going to get platform out of me. And when I say that, you know what people are like. They want the drama. They think like they'll go live and talk on someone that's going to get them the views. Oh yeah, I talk.
Exactly, Lucy. Stand for what's right. Because let's just do a flashback 6 months ago. Me and EQ hated each other. We said the worst shit about each other. And I was fully on the other side. Thank you for the gifted sub.
Get in, Lucy, we're going shopping.
Fully on the other side, and it came to a time where I thought, nah, enough's enough. Like, it's been proven that you're wrong. This has to stop now. And they couldn't do it. So I defended EQ, and I was the worst person in the world for it. God forbid that I decide to stand by what's right and not by the majority vote.
On there, but you're not going to bully me, and at the same time.
I think at this point this has gone beyond drama. I think this is right out bullying and harassment towards you. I don't think this is drama anymore. You've got three grown men attacking one woman.
Daz was Cam doing it, had opinions on me. Then
he's a weirdo. No, sorry to interrupt you, but there is something with that guy. He is very, very creepy. There's something up with that guy. He just gives me the creeps. I don't know. He's just creepy. He's just a creepy. I don't know.
Apparently that Daz Cam 2 guy, he's like said like crude things to his mods and stuff before. I don't know how true that is.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
But if anyone has anything, send me it. To me, I don't allow mod cest. We don't allow that kind of mod cest over here. It doesn't happen. It would never happen. And I just think it's weird that you're a man who sat on TikTok all day, calling out other people for being sat on TikTok all day. It's weird. Hypocrites.
It's just weird. I just look at him and I feel like, oh, like there's just something off about that guy. But again, I hope you're okay. I just, like I said,
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Adam.
Of course, Alex was in there, yeah.
Of course.
Was Cam telling you last night when we were just talking about a bug for like 2 hours? Like, that's how sad they are.
I wouldn't let them in my. I mean, you do what you want, but.
Listen, I just thought, yeah, you're right. I just let them talk, you know what I mean? Probably shouldn't have done it, but yesterday tried to get me in my box and I blocked him.
Loser, we're going
I thought, no, you're out. You're not coming in my box. I probably shouldn't have put them there.
They're just bullying at this point. I hope you're okay, and don't let them, and don't watch the exposures and let them go to hell and they can all back off, a bunch of bullies. All right, I'm going to try to wake up a bit, but be okay and don't worry about those bastards.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, have a good day.
All right, you too. See you later.
Bye.
Someone sent me a video. I'll have a look.
I think that's what it is. Sounds like as hard as it is, it's just what they're doing these exposures and talking about you because they want a reaction out of you. And when you get when you clap back, then they talk further on you. So it's just giving them more views and clout, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's nice of it, yeah. What was I going to check? Oh, the FYP. Quick question though before. Do you think I need a new mattress or no? You're in.
Do you think I need a new mattress? She makes me laugh sometimes. They know, Angie. They know. Do you know what? That's what they do. They wait till she's had a drink. Notice this pattern. As soon as she's had a drink, they go on the attack because they know she's vulnerable. It's not normal. You wouldn't go up to some homeless man in the street who's an alcoholic, like your local alky who walks around the street pissed all the time. You wouldn't go up to them and start shouting shit at them because they'd probably fucking deck you. So why are you doing it on the internet to a 50-year-old woman just because she's had a drink? When, Luke, you drink every day. You can barely stomach them. I'll be real. You can't handle the drink. I'm watching you drink them buzzballs. It's taking you 3 hours to get through one. And you're having to have a sip of a fruit shoot afterwards. Weird you drink fruit shoots at your old age of 45. But each to their own. They will just attack. They are so weird. And it is just not normal behaviour. You wouldn't do it to someone. Corey's openly talked about, it's all right to deck his mum because she was an alcoholic. That was his word. She's a wrong un. It was all right. She deserved it. She's a wrong un. That's what he said about his own mother. Oh, so because you did it to your mother, you now believe it's okay to do the same thing to another woman. Do you know what? I would love to speak to Corey's mum one day and find out the full story on what really happened. Lucy Lockett, I'm really not interested. I don't care. It's not that deep to me. It's TikTok. I'm not here to make best friends. I'm here to come on, make money, defend what's right, and then go back to bed and get on with my day. It's not that deep.
In it in and actually realise what's coming out of your mouth. How could Luke use that as a weapon if they never spoke on kids? And I'm not saying he's using it as a weapon. He's just speaking facts.
Thank you, Georgia.
You know what I mean? If they never mention children, Luke could never say that. Are you okay, Doris?
Becoming worrisome. Every single time. You have got a book of things you could talk about delusive, you could talk about EQ, about why does he always go...
Because when you're in an argument with someone, you speak on the worst things that they have said, which for me is children. That's normal in an argument. You go to the thing that's going to have the shock value. This woman has definitely been wrapped up in, I don't know, in toilet roll or roll-off because, she doesn't know what she's talking about here. If me and you are having an argument, you're going to...
Did he, Doris? Alex Brigham went for you. You got to remember, though, this is Alex Brigham who threw his phone at a TV to intimidate a woman in anger. He gets so angry, like Hulk rage. He throws his phone at a TV and then goes, well, it's okay because it's my TV. I paid for it. No, it's not okay because you tried to intimidate and scare a woman by throwing something across the room to scare her. If you, as the big man you are, and I emphasise the word big because you're about 40 stone, can sit there and say that that's okay behaviour and that's normal, then you've got another thing coming. I'm concerned about your cholesterol levels for a starter, your cortisol, everything else. You know, that gut is gutting. Do you know what I mean? He's got a fupa. He's a grown man with a fupa. You ain't coming for nobody, Alex. We heard you out of breath running up and down them stairs to prove there was an acorn outside your house. It was embarrassing. You're not a tall man. We could see how low down the phone was to the floor. You're just a little fat dumpy thing whose own parents don't want to look after him anymore. You can't get your own place because you've got no money. You're not in a good way mentally. This fly going past me every 2 minutes is annoying me. You're not in a good place mentally because you have mental breakdowns all the time, to the extent where even Pearl said man up, and I defended you on that because I thought, Pearl, you shouldn't be speaking to people like that. And you threw Pearl straight under the bus, admitting that she lied and that cleared mine and Levi's name, so thank you for that. Does your mum still get child benefit for you, Alex? Because you've got like the mindset of a minor, so surely she should be able to claim something for you to put up with the expense of having some slob living in a spare room. I wonder.
I'm going to talk about the sickest thing that I've done. I'm going to talk about the sickest thing that you've done. That's just life. She needs to get off. You know, she needs to go bingo or something because she's boring, man.
Go to the kids. I can't fucking make any sense of it. Don't know why he's always on that.
Because if you actually want me to fire a 3-pointer, right, and absolutely give you the grand slam here, is you should know that yourself.
The grand slam, which would be a body slam with his gut onto the floor, straight through the second floor to the first floor, straight through the second.
Because when you was arguing with Miss Red, what did you go to? Did you not, Canadian, and you said you're going to find out where Tilly's school is? I think you did, you know. So this here is you're contradicting yourself over and over again. Remember when you and Miss Red argued, you said you was going to find Tilly's school. So we always go back to the sick things that people do. That will be mentioned.
And I've called her out for that. Canadian Angie said it was wrong that she said that. Has she repeatedly done anything since about on the same kind of level as doing something as wild as that? No, she hasn't, because I would be the first one to call her out for it. But did you also say crab paste and tears about something to do with a pedo and a chair? Yes. Did you say that it was debunked? Yes. Has it been debunked? No. Did you touch yourself while talking about autistic children? Yes. Yes, you did. Did you get outed all over TikTok for DV? Did you panic and leave the app because your ex Tony started posting home truths about you and you were stressing out because she was in Levi's live in the chat saying, oh, I've posted something else, and she was soft launching a little exposure on you, and you came off the app and you cried about it and then made up with her because you were scared of what was coming out? Did you say vile things about her child? Yes. So, Alex, we're all as bad as each other at this point, so don't sit on a high horse when you've called out all the people you're sat with for doing bad things, but now friends with them again. Because you are just as bad.
They're this, they're that, they're this, the other thing, what they have to do, what they do. Especially this one thinks he can tell people, you need to do this, and I feel you need to do that. Somebody find out where he works, his stables, and we'll call.
Heaver Stud Farm.
If he wants to play that game, someone should call and say that he's doing something. He wants to play that because he can't handle a pony comment. Get off it.
So you're saying Luke can't handle a pony comment, he's overreacting, when literally the smallest things get said about you, you're playing a victim. You got unmodded by CLA and you started crying and everyone was screaming and saying that, you know, that you're worth more because you're a gifter. I thought I was more appreciated. So you're there, that's how you reacted to getting demodded from CLA, but Luke can't feel when his business could be in jeopardy because of you and your false claims and your sick things. You need to get a grip of yourself, Grange. Greybush. Anyway, that's debunked. Next.
Do you know Alex Brigham's mum has to give him bed baths? And that's a fact. That's a stonewall fact. His mum has to come in his room with this wash basin from the sink with some fairy liquid and water in, bit of Dettol in it, massive like car wash sponge, and wash the full 20-metre squared surface of his body in his own bath. She has to flip him over in the night to stop him from getting bed sores because the man is 40,000 stone and he's coming for other people all the time.
Hey, darling,
Wild. I've seen it, Gemma.
You know, let them have this.
And this picture here of Canadian Angie here, this is her face. She's actually wondering there, do I or do I not have a grey bush? That's where you go.
Universes, TJ, don't need it. Guys, MVP, TJ in the chat. Thank you, TJ. Get TJ, bitches.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at her getting excited because she got a uni.
Get it, loser. We're going shopping.
Thank you, Flowerpot TJ, the one who's paying Miss Red to promote him so he can start going live and make money and claw back all the money he's been gifting her for attention.
Wow.
Like Corie did with EQ. Do you know what? Like Miss Red did with Mr. UK TikTok. Do you know what I mean? You'll notice this pattern now. That they climb so far up a creator's arse so they can leech off their platform. Luke did it with Red. Now he's trying to take Red's platform from her right under her toes and she doesn't even know it. Because now, Red, and I warned you about this like 3 months ago, that this is what Luke's been doing all along. He's ruined your platform for you now. So now you look like a massive bitch and a horrible person. And now he will take all your support off you. And we've warned you and you didn't listen. What a shame.
TikTok.
Thank you, the Rileys, darling.
I have sat here for the longest of time being camped, being ridiculed, having the worst things said about me, having the worst things said about my family. You know, you watch me, right? And
do you know what? I'm telling you now, Corie and Luke are in on it together. And do you remember when Corie got in Red's box and started playing a voice note from Luke and there was all this panic and Luke kicked him out instantly? I reckon that's what the voice note was. It was them discussing what they were doing to Red's platform behind her back, and that's why Luke kicked her out, because Red didn't kick him out. She was happy to hear what it was. It was Luke that kicked him out of the box.